Whit. I'm Whitney, and today's video is going to be 3 DIYs with Dollar Tree supplies for fall. I'm super excited to share these because I finally got a big enough window of no morning sickness to create these. So I'm really excited to share them with you, so stay tuned. First up is this buffalo check fall display. I love the pumpkins, and I've seen these are kind of like the houses that were recently at Dollar Tree. Everybody's done a version of them, and so I really wanted to take a stab at them, and I love how these turned out. Very rustic, very farmhouse. So they started with, like I mentioned, the pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. I used 4 of them. I also grabbed the scrapbook paper from the Target dollar spot so I could get the buffalo plaid, but if you don't have that, you could easily get it from any other craft store. So for step 1, I pulled off the little bow from all 4 of them and just discarded it because I knew I was going to use jute twine later on. And then I grabbed my trusty Waverly chalk paint in white, and I went through and gave each pumpkin, I think it ended up being 3 coats, but a very light coat of paint. I didn't worry about the back or the sides because I knew you probably weren't going to see them, but I did want to give myself a neutral base. And I originally just was going to do the buffalo check scrapbook paper on the white, but then I wanted to spice it up a little bit. For the letters, I used my Cricut to cut them out, but you could easily make stencils on your printer if you don't have one. And then once the pumpkins were dry, I decided I wanted to add a little bit more rustic because I have a lot of burlap for my decor. So I went through and used this roll of burlap that I just got out of the fall section at Hobby Lobby. It was $5.99 and then 40% off. I went through and cut pieces to match the pumpkin size, and then I just frayed the ends. You just go ahead and peel it off. It's just like a really easy weave if you cut the ends off to peel apart. And I did the same technique for my stars that I did back for the 4th of July, and I loved those signs, so I wanted to recreate it. Then I popped out the letter, glued it on with hot glue, and then I just continued the process. So as you can see, I'm not measuring any of this. I eyeballed it. I think that really helps with the whole like rustic feel. But I just used hot glue on each of the corners to get everything to stick down, and I did use hot glue on all the letters because I felt that would help it bond to the burlap fabric a lot better. After I hooked on all the letters, I just took some jute twine from the Dollar Tree, wrapped it around the top because I had ripped that paint off when I pulled the bows off, covered it up, tied a little bow, and they are very neutral but so cute. I love how they go with my decor, and they have already found a cute little spot in my front room because this is so my theme. Neutrals plus buffalo check plus pops of orange for fall. Up next, this is so easy, but I am obsessed with this. So it is a little pumpkin topiary that you can make out of the ceramic pumpkins you find at the Dollar Tree. So these pumpkins and all the different colors have the holes in the bottom, and I just happen to have 3 green ones at home. So literally what you do is the 2 that are on the top, you want to make sure that the sticker is pulled off so you have the hole. You want to set everything up the way that you want it, and honestly, there's no rhyme or reason. I just twisted it till it sat in there. Then I went through with my hot glue gun. I did a full circle of glue. You could really mark it and see where it's gonna hit, but honestly, I wanted to make this as easy as possible. So I just went ahead, put the glue on, pushed it down, and it stuck. And then I finished it up with just a little bit of jute. I was inspired to do this by Jennifer at Little Bit of Calm and Crazy. She wrapped the top of her pumpkins like that with jute twine, and it was so cute, so I had to do it on this one. And honestly, this goes so well in my little kind of neutral side of my mantle that I've been showing everywhere because I just love how that turned out. But it's so simple, you could do it with any of the pumpkins at the Dollar Tree. And finally, this cute little apple sign. Now, I love apples for fall. I love pumpkins too, but the taste of apple can't be beat. So I found this really cute teacher sign, and I thought this would be great for fall. So I literally pulled off that chalkboard decal. As you can see, it came off so easily. And then I just went on Pinterest and found this free printable. I resized it to a square just using Word. You can also use Canva. I will link it down below so you can get it for yourself. Then I just went through, pushed along the edges so I had a quick little stencil, cut it out. Again, no measuring. You guys know how I do. I'm not a huge measurer. I probably should be, but I'm not. And then I went through, used a little bit of Mod Podge, and I started with a little bit and added some more because if you use too much, especially if you don't have a LaserJet printer, it's gonna bleed. So I don't have a LaserJet printer at home, so I wanted to make sure it didn't bleed, but then you just go ahead and push it down, and this I love. Honestly, I was on the fence about it because it was so simple, but this is so cute. It would be perfect for tiered trays. You could honestly do so many things with this, and you could also make a pumpkin one if you wanted to replace the top with a little pumpkin wood cutout, but this has to be one of my favorites for fall.
Thanks so much for stopping by and checking out today's video. I hope that it inspired you. If you found something in today's video that you're gonna recreate, leave me a comment down below. Also, if you do recreate any of my projects, be sure to tag me over on Instagram, Whiskey and Wit, and over there is where I share a lot of behind the scenes stuff too. So be sure to follow me over there if you aren't already. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to hit subscribe down below so you don't miss a future Whiskey and Wit video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!